Hello, Duluthians from District 4. I'm David Clanaugh, and I'm seeking the City Council seat in our district. I want to thank you for allowing me to share a little bit about myself and take some time to reflect with me. I want to thank PACT-TV for really being accommodating here, allowing me to tape this at the end of my work week. I really appreciate you not being a gatekeeper, but a facilitator, and that was sort of the experience I had as a journalist when I practiced the craft. We're at really challenging times in our community and our country. We're sort of at a watershed in terms of what our values are. Are we primarily about compassion or cruelty? Are we about supporting one another or punishing one another? Are we about seeing each other as problems or as possibilities? Are we about helping each other in our self-determination or more focused on controlling one another? Duluth is facing real problems. I look at the homeless situation, which currently makes my time at Chum when we were dealing with homelessness seem like it was relatively simple. Fiscal challenges are before us, and how do we deal with those? Do we look at the budget as merely a bottom line balancing project as our funds are diminishing? Or do we see our budgets as moral documents? And do we look at equitable taxation that's sustainable to meeting community needs as something we need to come up with? What do I bring? I bring a relationship-based approach. Supportive accountability is my watchword, based on compassion and empathy. I don't think judging and being moralizing about one another really serves much of a purpose. And why do I look at the world this way? Well, it's really because of life experience. I started life in a really challenging home in inner city Detroit. My parents struggled mightily. They came from hardship. And our family, we faced things like evictions, heat being turned off. My older brother was killed because of an accident in the community, and my younger brother was injured because of defective rental housing. And along with all of that came some shame and judgment on our family that I had to spend a lot of time as an adult sort of sorting through. Fortunately, my grandparents stepped in. We had some really caring and supportive adults who encouraged, who listened, who saw the possibility in my brother and me. And that helped me to get to college, where I worked my way through, which then led to a career in journalism initially. I have to say, one of the coolest things in college, I met my best friend, a Pakistani gentleman. First night we're talking, we're like, we're from other sides of the world, and yet we have all these values in common. So as a journalist, I really worked hard in the community to help that community learn about itself, make good decisions. I covered some really tough issues, and really it was give the people the information they can make. Trust the people to make good decisions for themselves. After journalism, I took a little bit of time to do some of that self-work I described in terms of really coming to terms with the relationships with my parents and my brother, and to leave that approach of shame and self-doubt. Training as a counselor was my next step, and then I started working in our nonprofit sector in Duluth. I met a wonderful person, my wife Tracy, in late 1999, and we've been fortunate to live here ever since. Raised 3 wonderful children. Tracy is a nonprofit leader currently. And my work was in mentoring with the YMCA, Kids Cafe, Chum, co-founding the Rhubarb Festival, Habitat for Humanity. Some of the most enjoyable things I did at Habitat for Humanity was bringing families to city council meetings and telling those kids, you could be sitting up there making these decisions. Or having kids turn on the lights at their new home, working with the building tradespeople who had volunteered to make that happen. So now I'm working with folks who have been civilly committed for sex offending histories, and they're tough, they're challenging. Society really judges them, but they have a lot of potential. And every day they show small acts of kindness to one another, to staff, and so forth. So here we are in Duluth, big challenges. We're at a time of choice. We have some clear leadership options. Are we going to pull ourselves together and address our challenges? Are we going to be humble and courageous? Or are we going to be judgmental and moralizing? Are we going to be focused on suspicion, control, exclusion? Or the folks who are struggling, are we going to listen to their voices, engage them as neighbors, and find solutions together? Housing, infrastructure, neighborhoods, all these things are important issues. It's not so much the issues, it's also the approach we bring to working together to solve them. I bring a different approach based in my life experience, and I believe it's a life experience that really offers something to our community. I thank you for considering supporting me.